the students should interact with the speakers, get to know as much as possible. And I would once again thank our chief guest for sparing his time, coming over all the way from Noida to be with us this morning to share his views on this important topic. Thank you again. And they don't do great numeric computation, but they're good at classification, recognition, recognizing voices, faces, pictures, signatures and all. And though we have supervised, unsupervised, biological thing, I think what is good, acceptable is unsupervised. Because a child of few weeks can recognize faces, voices of parents, granny. Nobody teaches the child how to do that. There is no supervised learning that. Okay? It is all unsupervised. So that is where there are advances taking place. Now suddenly they talked about deep learning. How deep learning started? In 1962, there were two scientists, Hubel and Wiesel. They were looking at the visual cortex of cat. When they were studying the visual cortex of cat, they found that when the light falls on the retina, it goes through different phases called LVG, V1, V2, V3, V4, then it gets the object impression. So when they were investigating in detail, they find even we as human beings, when we look at objects like this, we don't get it right in one step. In phase 1, you talk about some lines. Next stage, maybe some edges, some connecting all those things. Then something like a color, then surfaces. It happens in stages, okay? Or what you call layers. So someone said, Lincoln talked about that in the late 90s, and it picked up somewhere in 2000 plus. A lot of work is going on now. We talked about kernels, filters, subsampling and all that thing. We have software, hardware, you can download and do all that thing. In fact, just a couple of days before, there was a meeting in Goa. We were talking about parallelizing these deep learning algorithms because they are highly computational. They need tremendous amount of computation power because the coefficients there could run into several thousands of them. So that is where the GPU, CUDA, this parallel architecture is picking up now to use that, right? So there are exciting things, particularly if you look at now in learning, AI, lot of interesting things happening. But then at the same time, there is a concern also. For example, we talk about what is called driverless cars. You might have heard. Google is experimenting, BMW is experimenting. I am told even our chief guest was mentioning about something about some of those projects through Apple and all. They are doing wonderful experiments. Because now it is excitation. Okay? But then that has a lot of learning, AI techniques, right? So, and there are some ethical, social issues also when you talk about a technology like this. And there is fear now. Stephen Hawking has said, well, that this the doomsday is the end of the universe. Okay, robots and AI will kill all of us. They will overtake. Okay, what will happen? In fact, the numbers they are growing. I think the day may not be far off where an auditorium like this will be full of robots. They will be listening to the speeches and interacting. Okay, and somebody made a joke. A time will come when the robots will be teaching in the class to students, telling that there was a civilization like human civilization. Okay? So we don't know what is in store in all these things thanks to technology, learning, AI, robotics and all that stuff. It may not be science fiction. We have heard about Kasparov being beaten by the best one of the best supercomputers. Okay? You have the best Go game player being beaten by the AlphaGo system, okay, which is the best of the supercomputing system, a very powerful supercomputing system. The Dota game, which most engineering college students play. I'm not sure whether they play here or not. It is a tough physical game, okay, 5 players play. And that was played by a computer. It defeated best the Dota game players. So there are all sorts of things happening, and if you look at the algorithms, techniques there, these are all Monte Carlo simulation, learning algorithms and all that stuff. So in computing, a lot of exciting things are happening. But at the same time, there is a fear now. They are talking about what is called, will AI take over? Elon Musk says all these dangerous things will happen. Even Bill Gates says we should be concerned. Recently